to talk about goals and go over a book called Believe in Yourself. You are awesome. So, 80 days ago, I started a 90-day challenge. And so, today is day 80. I've got 10 more days left of this challenge that I set up for myself. And it was basically to go over how to change some of the things that I've been doing in my life that aren't working for me anymore. I was really tired of sitting. I was really tired of letting my anxiety, my fear, everything that has happened in the past affect how I'm doing now, and I was tired of not living my life. So, in April, I had a video go viral on my main music channel, and it was the most exciting thing that has happened in a very long time. And I basically decided I got scared, actually. There was so much energy around it that I started to freak out a bit, because I've been actually wanting to do more music in my day, and I was really scared. And one of the reasons was because my air conditioner. One of the main reasons is because I'm scared that if I move from a hobby to a job, that I wouldn't enjoy it anymore. But I would love to make music a job for me. And we can all do our hobbies and make a living out of it, right? Most of us want to do that. So that's what I did. And so to figure out how that was going to happen, I really had to pay attention to my day, and I started doing daily vlogging. So I've got 3 channels. I've got my vlog channel, which is just basically a daily diary. I don't think it's a vlog, but a daily diary of my day. And basically the goals were to go to make more activity in my day, get more active and more healthy. I used to be very fit. To make more music in my day and figure out how to just do that based on the life that we have right now, and also figure out how to do the housework, which I hate. I hate housework. However, I know it needs to get done, so I do it reluctantly because I know I have to. I know that sounds childish. 42 years old. I don't like housework. However, I just find that every time I went to do scheduling and make a plan, our life would not work out that way, especially with the kids. We've had a lot of health issues in our house, a lot of PTSD and anxiety with all of us, and so it's kind of dictated our lives for a while. And now that the kids are a bit older, I can actually do stuff that I enjoy, or at least try to do more of that self-care piece. As parents, we tend to forget, and it's so important. And believe me, from living the experience, you really need to do the self-care in order to feel good and be able to take care of your family. And it's easy to just keep doing what the kids like, but I have 2 boys. I'm not into video games like they are. I like playing like RC cars and building all that stuff, but it's not a passion of mine. So I do it with them because that's what they enjoy, but I just tend to do what everybody else wants. And so finally, I got my heart 4 years ago, and I felt so much different. It's helped my anxiety, which is why I kind of started the whole sound work thing, because I wanted other people to feel as good as I did with it. So that's why I did it. So when I started this 90-day challenge, I just really wanted to figure out and kind of see how I can make changes just to make them more positive for my family and me. So I just so happened to find this book earlier today because I knew I had something with positive affirmations, because I'm really starting to be very self-critical right now because I'm at the 80-day mark and I've got 10 days left to really figure out, did I really make my goals? And I really didn't have any goals except for I just wanted to empower myself to change my life somehow. So I make them very vague so that I can't really get so disappointed with myself. It's called Getting Organized and Empowering Myself. The biggest thing is making music, and what I've done is I've do these Serenity minutes. So I'll do, it started off with just being a minute, and slowly it became under 2 minutes. I'd write a song every day with different notes, and that's how I've been doing it. And I have had to work a lot over the last few months, so that didn't help. I kind of did this when I'm my busiest with my other job, and I also had 2 weddings, which, by the way, this past weekend went amazing, so good. So proud of myself. They loved what I did, and the wedding turned out really well. Besides rain, everything else worked out. So yay! Super excited. So that made me feel so much better about my entrepreneurial choice. So yes, I do a few things. So over the last little bit, that's what I've been doing. So the last few days, I've really been thinking a lot about the last 80 days, and I've gone from sitting on my bed to doing something every day. My goal has always been just to get one thing done and a day, and that makes me feel better about myself. That's just how low I was. I have very little expectations. But in the last 80 days, I also found ASMR, which I had no idea about, and I was very intrigued by it, and I actually got super excited. So I do get super excited to make these videos. I may not always know what to do, but I'm still learning, and you guys have been amazing community, and I'm really grateful for meeting you guys and being a part of this community. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I'm really grateful for it. So I found this quote that I wanted to share. It says, "Have patience with all things, but first with yourself. Never confuse your mistakes with your value as a human being. You're a perfectly valuable, creative, worthwhile person simply because you exist. And no amount of triumphs or tribulations can ever change that. Unconditional self-acceptance is the core of peaceful mind." So yeah, it talks about, it's a journaling book, so they have a bunch of quotes. So the first paragraph, "Have you ever wished you were someone else or wished you were different than you are? Do you ever say things to yourself like, 'You dummy,' or 'How could I be so stupid?' Have you ever wished you were living a different life or a better life?" If you said yes to any of these questions, you would probably find this book very interesting. And then she goes on to talk about her story. It's a girl that wrote the book. And to be honest, that's where I'm kind of at. I was so tired of just some of the things that I knew were happening, and I really wanted to make a change. And I realized that the housework is not going to get done when you're trying to do business at home. It's going to just kind of be there, and since I'm the only one ever really doing it, it's going to get done when it gets done. And it kind of sucks, but you know what, at the same time I've always accepted it. But I know it causes stress on my husband, and it probably causes stress on my kids too. But at the same time, if they're not going to help, I can't just do that all day. I'm not Cinderella. I am a housewife, and I enjoy being home with my kids, but to be honest, after 14 years, I'm tired of cleaning. So I'm trying to change things, but I love being home with my family, and that's been the main reason why I'm really trying to kind of create ways of making an income doing things that I enjoy. So at my wedding planning business, I get a few weddings a year, which is nice. I never went out to go full time. I found I've done a lot of part-time jobs, and I found one that I really enjoy, delivering cards. So birthday cards, wedding cards to convenience stores. So I restock them for an independent broker. So I go out every 6 to 8 weeks, except for when there's like Easter, Mother's Day, and Father's Day, back to back to back. And so yeah, I just finished my run. I've got 6 weeks off, so I'm super happy. And yeah, so I've got a lot of plans for the upcoming, and for me, it's just getting started and just making that move to just go. So yeah, so I'm sorry, this is a talking about me kind of thing. So yeah, it's just been part of the journey with ASMR, and when I found this, I was super excited because it's another way of helping people, and that's what I set out to do with my main channel, was to help people with sound work. So I'm super excited. But what I have accomplished is I've made it 80 days, and I've uploaded a video almost every day. I've started this channel. I'm still doing music. It's sad that I have to talk myself into doing that, but like I said, it was more the mindset to get out of, I'm worried about it not being passionate anymore and losing that, and it's a mind game, it really is. Discipline has not always been my strength. But I also know my fatigue levels, and unfortunately my own health, because I have suffered from chronic fatigue. So unfortunately, when my body gets too stressed, it just breaks down, and it's created a lot of other issues. So I do have to be careful going. So for the last few weeks, I've really started to come down from my viral video, and just the hype around all of that, and just kind of, I really enjoy it. I just took the time to just enjoy it, and I really didn't know what to do, but it was scary. I'm not gonna lie, it was scary, because I'm like, oh gosh, what do I do now? I didn't know. It took me like 4 years to get to 200 subs. It took me 3 years to get the first 100. So, I never set out to do that as I'm going to do this on YouTube thing. I just did it for fun, which I still do. But because I am getting a lot more questions, and I'm getting a lot more like, where are your songs? Can we find them places? So it's been like, I'm working on it. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So I have been starting small. I've been doing every day a mindfulness time where I play my harp and I record it. I basically make a song every day, and I've been doing that I'm going on to day 40. I've taken some days off. I didn't do it every day, but when I'm at a wedding for 12 hours, it was kind of hard. So and when life gets rough, especially when it's just very late, I also need to I know when to take my breaks. So I apologize in advance if there's ever a day I miss. It's usually because I needed to take the day off. But yeah, so I thought that was a very cool quote. So I'll read a few more. Believe in myself. So it's a journaling book. And it's like basically empowering yourself. I got this book years ago. Did I do it then? But there's lots of stuff in here. They talk about gratitude, celebrating your achievements, your dreams. I'm not good at writing things down, so that's why I do my daily vlogs, which is odd because I was so quiet growing up. The fact that I'm even doing this, but talking helps me as well. So I use this as a time. So here are some statements to how to create. So change your negative thinking to positive, and this is what I've had to learn to do as well. So instead of saying, I'm such a klutz, I say, I'm so coordinated. I don't have to struggle with math anymore. These are just random ones, by the way. I find math easier and easier every day. I'm always getting in trouble for being late. I'm always on time for appointments. So just change. Just try to make things just more positive and celebrate your positive moments. We all have times when we're not good. I don't want to smoke anymore. I'm a non-smoker. I don't smoke, by the way. I wish I could do what I really want to do. I do what I love to do. I want to be happier. I am a happy person. I used to be very happy, and over the last 80 days, I find myself getting back that happiness that I had when I was a kid who used to sign her name, Peace, Love, and Happiness. So here's a saying. Take some time to consider how you want to be and how you want to live your life. Then create an affirmation, a positive statement worded as if you were living that way right now. And write it in your journal. Horrible writing, which is like I said in my video. Then read it out loud to yourself. Hearing yourself say it will strengthen your affirmations power. It took me a few days of writing different statements until I found the right one. And you might want to try a few before you choose the one that really works. When you find the right affirmation, write it day after day until it becomes your new way of thinking. Be patient, since it takes time to change our thinking patterns. It really does. Don't be down on yourself if this is something you are trying to do as well. Whatever you focus your attention on is what you draw into your life. They bolded that statement. The longer you journal with intention, the more you will notice changes in your thinking. When you use the space in the affirmations and observations section, so they have just parts of the book where you write them down, you will discover even more about you and your life. Perhaps you'll realize that you're feeling a little bit better about yourself, or you may be noticing changes in the way you relate to people and in the way that they relate to you. Whatever you are discovering about your world, write it down. Then go back and read your observations out loud to yourself. Taking this extra step may show you something new about yourself or allow you to see something differently than you have before. So yeah, I thought that was pretty powerful, especially since this is kind of where I am at right now. I guess in my woo journey. So what is important is not what happens to us, but how we respond to what happens to us. We can't change how other people react, but we can change how we react to them. The best things in life are free. I like free. Experience is the best teacher. You become what you think about. Do or do not. There is no try. I've heard that before. I try a lot of things. But I guess you're doing it. But some people say don't use the word try, because that means you're probably not doing it. Each of us is an impregnable fortress that can be laid waste only from within. I don't know about that one. Count your blessings. Anything is possible. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. You don't drown by falling in the water. You drown by staying there. Don't be afraid to repeat yourself. Nobody gets it the first time. what you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. The greatest mistake we make is living in the constant fear that we will make one. That is so true. At least for me. One of the greatest discoveries a man makes, or a woman, is to find he can do what he was afraid he couldn't do. Or she. Make it gender neutral. I'm just reading it from the book. A person of knowledge lives by acting, not by thinking about acting. There is no way under the sun of making a person worthy of love except by loving them. So that's the book I've just kind of picked up. I found it today. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed my journaling into myself. I know that's been a lot lately, and I think I explained a little bit of why I've been doing a lot of this, and I've really learned a lot from you guys. You guys are an amazing community, and I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, really. I'm so grateful for you guys, and I hope that you guys enjoy what I have to put out. Today was a different day, but it's a big day for me because I've got 10 more days left, and I was starting to kind of feel a little weird about everything and starting to get down on myself, even though when I look back, I realize I've actually achieved a lot of things that I never even thought of. So sometimes some of the classes that I was taking in June, they talk about a lot about just doing stuff. Don't think about it. Sometimes you just gotta start something and then figure it out later. And that's kind of what I did with this and with my vlogging channel as well, because I had a lot of ideas. But when reality sinks in, kind of going over the last 80 days and realizing what my life really is like, I have to accept the fact that some things just aren't going to get done. I have to be more realistic in scheduling and just realizing what I can and can't do. So, music does take a little bit longer to learn, which is why I kind of only schedule them once a week. But I do music every day. I just don't know if I may not upload every day. But I am learning every day. And the daily diaries on my vlog channel become more of a daily diary versus a vlogging channel. But nobody wants to be in my vlog, so I think I have to change the name. But and then I have this channel, which I have really been enjoying learning and figuring out new ways to add to my sound work. So thank you so much. It has helped me tremendously, actually. And I'm learning a lot about myself too, and why I may fall asleep a lot. Being such an in tune to sound and different sounds, and just that repetitiveness, I think. I realize that this could be why I keep falling asleep at work, hearing all the typing, when reading a book, all the page turning. I literally fall asleep all the time to random stuff, so I am wondering if that's why I keep doing it. So thank you so much for joining me. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, notifications to keep up to date. And I'm ASMR